Hi Aries, welcome to your weekly reading. I'm Jude. This is a reading for the week of the 1st of May, Aries, and as usual, these are general, so they may or may not resonate. And firstly, we're going to look at what's been going on for you, what's the energy you've been in. Then we'll look at the week of the 1st of May, what the challenges might be, and what might come in to help you. All right, Aries, so let's have a look. So what we've got straight out is the Page of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. So what I can see with this is there's a lot of ideas, a lot of thinking, maybe sharing of ideas, like a brainstorming, a think tank. And then you're giving this a lot of thought, a lot of consideration and contemplation of whether you want to take this opportunity up. So there's a feeling here of lots going on in your mind, lots of thinking areas, lots of ideas, and weighing up kind of whether this is going to fit with what you want for where you're going with your goals, where you want to be this time next year, and whether it's going to align for you. It is the feeling. It's like news has come in, there's a lot of chatter, a lot of ideas being shared, quite positively it feels, and then you go, okay, right, I'm going to go away and sit and think about all this. It's like a lot of deep contemplation. All right, so the week of the 1st of May then, what is showing up? And of course we've got that big full moon on the 5th of May, so a lot of big lunar energies, which often stir up a lot too. And particularly with this one being in Scorpio, there's a big influence on the emotional energy too. So we've got the Devil, and we've got the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So Aries, this is, potentially you sitting here in your superpower, because the wands represent the fire signs in the tarot. So the Queen of Wands is you being quite strong and strategic in this. But with the Devil showing up, first of all, it's calling on you to look at these patterns that perhaps you've been in, or the energies that have been around you. And, when there's an awareness of a pattern that's been playing out, we then get to choose. It's like, wow, wait a minute. Okay, now I see this. I can make a choice about whether I want to keep going in that pattern, that relationship, that dynamic, that energy, or whether you make a conscious shift to change it. And that's, of course, your free will then. So you decide whether you will or you won't. The fact that we've got the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands, again, there's this sense of something coming in, news, like an inspiring new energy, feeling sort of starting to manifest and show itself, one that you give some consideration to, I feel. Now, the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles feel to me like this is something to do with work or business, Aries. So maybe there's a new business idea that you're considering, that you've been up here looking at, and you've got to look at whether it's going to restrict you or confine you in some way, shape or form. I feel like you're giving a lot of thought to this, having a look at it in a very practical way, and also in terms of your business acumen or your work acumen, but how you feel about this energy generally. Because there's definitely an aspect here that you're looking at about, wait a minute, if I do this, does it lock me in? Does it put me into a bit of a fixed pattern here where maybe I don't have free will? So the challenge. What is the challenge in this for you? The challenge that's shown out is the Death card. Now, the Death card in the tarot talks about our transformations, our transitions, how we go about making changes in our lives, allowing the end of a chapter and the beginning of moving into a new energy, and that journey of okay, this is happening. How do I go about it? And because it's coming in as a challenge, it's like perhaps there's some resistance to this within you, potentially, or seeing how to go about making the change. And I feel the pivot is this devil card energy here, where it's like you can see the restrictions or the requirements or what it might impose upon you, Aries, and you're like, oh, I don't know that I want to do that. You see the opportunity, but it's also like, how can I make this happen without sort of locking myself into this? I feel like I want to keep freedom around me, is the sense I've got. So what comes in to help you? What comes in to help you find a way to make... I feel like you want to make this happen, but it's how you go about this, Aries. So, yeah, the Lovers. I'm not surprised to see that. That's almost the total opposite of the Devil. Instead of being restricted and held in to something, it's like you are there because you choose to be there. There's free will around that. So as a helper card, I'm not surprised to see that. Okay, what else comes in? We've also got Temperance, the Knight of Swords, and the Four of Cups. So the things coming in to help you with this, Aries, in this choice about how you want to go forward. The Lovers, as I said, is the total opposite of the Devil energy. Here, it's totally, you're in your free will. There's nothing restricting you or binding you or controlling you or manipulating you. You are there because you choose to be there. And the Lovers also talks about making choices from a place of free will. And Temperance is this beautiful healing energy of finding balance. Now, the Knight of Swords and the Four of Cups suggests that you get very clear in your thinking and your communication, and you go forward with that. There is an offer that gets put to you, but I'm not sure how open you are to it. The sense I have with it is that it does feel like it's coming from a place of good intention, but your decision, your choice, and your power sits in your free will and what you choose. But the things that are coming in to help with this change, it's saying be really clear in your thoughts, be clear in your communication, look for the peace, look for the balance, look for the free will choice, and maybe consider what gets offered to you. You don't have to take it, that's up to you to decide, but it feels like it's considering it. So Aries, I'm just going to close your reading out with a message from Spirit for you. And we've got the Moon card followed by the Page of Pentacles. Now you've got 3 pages on the table here, and pages are all the bringing of news, the bringing of something new in for you to consider. And the Page of Pentacles says that this could be of great value for you. It does still feel, I have to say, it does feel like work or business somewhere, somehow. And but I want to put that with the Lovers card because it feels like it comes in and says this could be something of value. Now the Moon, as we said at the start, we were talking about this Moon card, the Moon energy, the full moon that's showing up here. And you also have the Death card on the table, which is that Scorpio energy, which the full moon is in this month. So the moon is a very deep dive into your emotional psyche, your inner world, and it's like things get revealed for you to have a look at here, which I feel this Devil card energy ties in with as well. It's like having a really good look at what the restrictions are that are imposed upon you with this opportunity that's presented, and then finding a way to make it free of that, so that if you choose to be there, if you choose to do this, it brings it into balance, and you're there because you want to be there. You're there because you're choosing to do it. is what the cards are saying. And of course, this is general, so it's not going to resonate for everyone, but that's what I'm seeing with these cards. It's like a big spotlight being shone for you to see, and then make a choice. All right, Aries, I hope you have a fabulous week. If you did enjoy this, please like, share, and subscribe. And drop something in the comments if you'd like to chat. Have a great week. Bye from me, and I'll see you next week.